Connection HQ has just sent us a new educational habitat program that can be uploaded to the computer.
I can't wait to see that. Did they mention what our next mission is?
They reported that the mission would be revealed in the program, which is an interactive game.
A game?
Well, this should be interesting.
Yeah, an interactive game about habitats. How cool is that? Well, wait a minute. What is a habitat?
In general, a habitat is any place on Earth where a particular animal or plant lives. It can also be thought of as an environment or surroundings of living things.
And since the Earth is always changing, habitats are continually evolving as well.
The Earth has many different environments, varying in temperature, moisture, light, and other factors. Each of these environments has various plants and animals that make up complicated communities, called habitats.
For instance, a savanna is considered to be a habitat.
Why?
Well, a savanna is an environment with huge stretches of grass with only scattered trees.
During the rain season, many plants grow, providing grazing animals plenty of food. And as a result, herds of animals inhabit the savanna, including predators such as lions, leopards, and cheetahs.
Plants, grazing animals, predators, this establishes a solid food chain for the savanna habitat.
And savannas are found in tropical climates, so the temperature is usually high.
Oh, now I understand.
Computer, please activate Educational Habitat Program.
Certainly. Accessing. Educational Habitat Program has been activated. Welcome to Name That Habitat. Today we have 3 young ladies from Earth who will be challenged to find the RealTime Science Connection's mission objective. This will be located behind the bonus habitat. Ladies, are you ready to play the game? Ladies?
Yeah.
As you can see, we have 5 habitats. You must identify the correct habitat based on questions I will be asking. Felicia, you are our first contestant. Here's your question.
Okay, I'm ready.
This habitat is considered to be one of the richest and most diverse in the world. There are over 1.5 million species of animals and plants, and yet it is incredibly fragile. Name that habitat.
Oh, I know.
Shh! Quiet! Let her think.
I'm going to say rainforest.
That is correct. The wet conditions of the rainforest make plants grow very fast. Amanda, you are the next contestant.
Ask away!
Short summers and long, dark winters categorize this habitat that is in the far northern and far southern portions of the planet. Name that habitat.
Oh, that's an easy one. Pick me.
Roxanne, wait your turn.
Thank you, Felicia. My answer is tundra?
That is correct. The tundra is beyond the frozen Arctic and Antarctica regions, which has a surprising amount of animal and plant life. I wonder, who's the last contestant to play?
Me.
Very well, Roxanne. This habitat is usually where land is saturated with water. This habitat is also referred to as a bog, swamp, or marshland.
Let's see. No. 1 second. No. Wait.
Roxanne!
Okay. My answer is wetlands.
Not only are you correct, but you also selected the bonus habitat, which reveals the mission from Connection HQ. This mission will be about wetlands, more specifically the Everglades in South Florida.
Amanda, can you show us where the Everglades is located?
Sure thing. The Everglades is found in the southern portion of Florida. Fresh water from Lake Okeechobee moves down through the southern areas of Florida and out the Gulf of Mexico.
It sounds like water management might be a critical issue for the Everglades.
Let's contact the South Florida Water Management District to find out more.
So, did I, win something?
As a matter of fact, you did.
What?
Establishing the expert connection.
Oh, don't look now. You lost your computer.
What? That is not fair, Roxanne.
Expert connection is established.
Can you tell us more about the Everglades and water management?
Sure, I can answer some of your questions. My name is Henry Dean. I'm the director of the South Florida Water Management District, and it's our responsibility to try to protect the Everglades. The Everglades are a unique, very, very large system of wetlands, and they've been destroyed over the years. Over 50% of the wetlands, in fact, what used to be the historic Everglades, have been destroyed. Over the last probably half a century, we've had a dramatic increase in population in South Florida. The population has increased from roughly 1 million people in 1950 to 7 million people today. The increase in population, of course, has led to the increase in a vast new number of homes that have had to be built, different factories, different industries, increased agricultural production, and all of this has continued over the years to expand urban development and civilization and reduce the size of the Everglades. With the population growth, we as a state had to provide flood protection to ensure that this population was protected from severe flooding during hurricanes and other high rain events. So we, the state of Florida, along with our federal partners, constructed a very, very extensive system of pump stations and water control structures and canals and levees that move water through an entire system in South Florida, starting in Orlando and coming south all the way down to south of Miami. That system, because it has captured the floodwater and rerouted it to the ocean to provide flood protection for the people who now live here, that is what has led to the significant damage of the Everglades. It reduced the amount of water that historically sheet flowed south through the Everglades system and has redirected it through a series of canals out to the Atlantic Ocean. So our goal now is to replumb that system, and instead of sending all that water out to tide, capture it in reservoirs and then send it south over time slowly so we can rehydrate and reestablish the Everglades as it was years ago. The primary purpose of Everglades restoration is going to basically be to restore the historic flow of water, the flow of fresh water into the historic Everglades, which is really to the west of Miami and Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. It's a large, expansive area. It's about 3 million acres. And so the purpose will be to restore this sheet flow to this area that what Marjorie Stoneman Douglas once called a river of grass. And as we restore the sheet flow, that will bring back the wetlands, which will bring back the plant and animal life and give us a very vibrant, healthy system that we can all enjoy for many, many years to come. We will be spending a substantial amount of money, over $8 billion, with our partners, the Army Corps of Engineers, to construct the reservoirs, to construct the stormwater treatment areas or marsh filters that will cleanse the water as it enters the Everglades and then flows south. The Everglades have been so impacted that we've lost 90% of the wading bird population. So by restoring the Everglades, it will bring back what we call the ecology, or the types of plants and animals that were there years and years ago. As we go forward restoring the Everglades, I think it's important to recognize all of the different kinds of benefits that we will derive from this restoration. Not only will we be restoring the wetlands that provide habitat for all of the different types of wildlife on several million acres of land, but we'll also be providing additional water that recharges into the aquifer and then flows underground, and it will increase our available groundwater supply for future growth here in South Florida without causing further environmental damage. So I'm glad I've had an opportunity to talk with all of you today, and I'm going to ask for your help as you go about your daily lives, where you see an opportunity to talk about the Everglades restoration, to talk to your parents, to talk to your friends, that it is important that we restore this freshwater flow to the Everglades, because it is the fresh water coming back to the Everglades that will bring the bird life, the animal life, all of the different plants back to a healthy Everglades that we had here many years ago. And we can live in harmony, the population can live in harmony with nature if we do a restoration project that makes sense and restore the flow of water back to its historic course. So I would ask all of you to join us in this journey and encourage you to follow the progress, because it's really for you and future generations and your children that we're doing this, because it's going to take a long time. It's going to take years to fully restore the Everglades, and we all need to stay committed to that project and to this work.
Thanks for helping us better understand the Everglades.
You know, the Everglades is a habitat that is a very unique natural resource in the United States.
Within the Everglades, there are open sawgrass marshes, mangrove forests, and tropical hardwood hammocks.
The Everglades is also called the River of Grass. I wonder what they mean by that.
Roxanne, in reference to your question, the Everglades wetlands habitat reaches over 100 miles from Lake Okeechobee to the Gulf of Mexico.
That's right. Water flows in a curving and bending way that can be 50, 60, or as wide as 70 miles.
When looking over the Everglades horizon filled with miles of sawgrass, it's been said that when the wind blows through the blades, it looks like a flowing river of grass.
The truth of the river is the grass.
Where the grass and the water are, there is the heart, the current, the meaning of the Everglades.
What are you guys talking about? You both are getting a little too deep for me.
Actually, Roxanne, we were quoting Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, author of the nature book, The Everglades, River of Grass.
Marjorie Stoneman Douglas was a big crusader in making everyone realize how special the Everglades is to the world.